I'm going to be sharing with you 4 easy steps to create hundreds of amazing Christmas-related designs that'll help take your print-on-demand business to the next level, put a smile on the face of your paying customers, and hopefully land more sales for your print-on-demand business this holiday season and thereafter. So if you're curious to learn how to go about doing this, let's head over to my computer and get started. Let's go. Okay, so welcome to my computer screen, and as you can see, I'm currently on ChatGPT. I already went ahead and inserted the prompt that I'm going to be using for this tutorial. Don't worry about trying to copy it. I will leave a copy of the prompt in the description box down below, so you can just effectively relax and enjoy this tutorial, get the gist of it, and then have fun with it later on after you copy the prompt from the description box down below. But effectively, all I did was I asked ChatGPT to generate a Christmas image based on one of the 20 or 21 different image styles that I actually inputted into the prompt. And I basically gave the entire list to ChatGPT all in one go so that it would just generate them for me one after each other, and that obviously would cut down on the processing time, which would allow me to be able to create and work faster and upload more images to my respective print-on-demand shops. So basically, after keying it in and hit enter, ChatGPT came back to me with a number of prompts here. Again, what I'm going to do is I will copy and paste these prompts too as well, so that if you want to skip this part and go ahead and use the prompts that I generated, you're more than welcome to. But I would caution on that. You might want to try and see what ChatGPT gives you on your own personal device when you actually key in the initial prompt. You might get something different and something unique, and that's the important thing here. You always want to make sure that you are producing unique images, unique designs for your clientele, so that you won't be a carbon copy of anybody else. And once you stand out, there's a greater chance of making more sales. But nevertheless, in this particular case, as you can see here, we got about 21 different prompts over here, which I'm basically cut and paste and place into an AI image generating program. There's actually 22 here. And for this tutorial, I went ahead and I used Leonardo. Now, you don't need to use Leonardo if you don't want to. You can use any other AI image generator. It's totally up to you. For this tutorial, I decided to go ahead and utilize it. And I already went ahead and actually started creating the resource images. Now, remember, the images that we are creating here are not necessarily going to be used on our print-on-demand products. We are actually creating these images as a source file, and I'll explain a little bit more about why this is important a little later on in this video, so stick around for that. So basically, on Leonardo, as you can see here, the preset was set to Leonardo Phoenix. Generation mode, I left it to fast. You can play around with quality or ultra if you want to, but what was important is that I set the image dimensions to 16:9. Remember, again, we are not going to be putting these on a t-shirt. We are generating a source file, and by doing so in a landscape format, 16:9, I'm increasing the amount of area that Leonardo can present an image to me, so that I can use any aspect of that image in generating these new Christmassy type designs that I'm going to be showing to you in a few moments. Okay, so basically I went ahead and did them. As you can see here, this was a minimalistic Christmas design. Here was basically a Zentangle pattern, okay, on an ornament shell. And don't worry if it doesn't just cover the whole entire image. You want to create a number of images that's going to provide you with some really interesting designs, as you can see here. And I could effectively download all 4 of them and use them as source files, or I can actually just utilize one. And for this particular tutorial, I just downloaded one of each. Okay, as you can see here, we got some really great designs over here with a lot of lovely colors, some minimalistic, some sort of Zen type or whatnot. Again, it's all dependent on the prompts that you cut and paste from ChatGPT and place into Leonardo. So this was effectively the second step in this 4-stage process. So now the third step was basically upscaling the images, because understandably, when you have an image that has a high degree of resolution, when it's been upscaled, the quality of the designs that you're going to be getting from the 4th step is going to be a lot better than just leaving them, at the resolution that Leonardo would present you with. So what I did was I went onto one of many AI image upscalers that I use. Again, it really doesn't matter which one that you use. Use any of your favorite ones. In this particular case, I'm using imglarger.com. I went onto the upscaler section, and then simply all you need to do is just drag and drop your image. I am going to work one with you right now. This one I think is the most favorite of the design that I created using Leonardo. It was an impressionistic type view of a Christmas village, as you can see here. So basically, once it's been uploaded, we're going to scroll down. We can set it to 200, 400 in this particular case. I believe you have to take a subscription with it. But again, what you can do is just upscale it 200% and then do it again for another 200 if you want to. Or again, like I said, use another AI image generator that allows you for a higher image upscale. I believe Canva right now allows you to upscale up to 800 if you want to. I'm not using Canva in this tutorial because I have been using it quite a bit in some previous tutorials, and I do want to showcase some other platforms out there so that you can see that there are a number of resources out there on the internet that you can actually pick and choose and utilize. So once you're happy with that, with the upload, just click upload and start. Obviously it gets uploaded there, and then eventually it is going to upscale it. Wait a few moments, it's processing. Normally it doesn't take that long. A little hack in the meantime while we're waiting: if you do want to use a program or a platform like this and you don't want to do one at a time, open up a number of tabs and key in the website and go to the upscaler. For example, when I was doing it, I opened up 10 tabs. It might slow your computer down a little bit, but in terms of processing them, it's going to be a lot faster. And then just basically, import one of the different photos into each of the 10 tabs, go through this process, then click download, and it's not going to take you that long to do it. As you can see, it's been downloaded here. I've got it here. I've got it off camera now. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into step 4. Really simple. This particular platform I have been using for a number of months now, close to 2 years. It's called Repper.app. For those of you who have been following my channel for some time now, know that I did actually showcase this particular platform on my channel, and I think it's a really versatile, a really great program to use, because effectively from one source file you can create hundreds if not thousands of different design patterns that you could actually import into your print-on-demand platforms for mugs, for cushions, for overall t-shirts, throwovers. I mean, if you just want to sit down one particular afternoon and create 100, 200, even 300 or more patterns based on one source file, you can effectively do so. So for those of you who are new to this channel, or maybe those of you who watched that particular episode but forgot what it's all about, I'm going to show you how we go about doing it right now. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you want to sign in. Okay, once you're signed in, if you've got a number of collections, it'll take you to your collection library. I already worked on the Christmas one here, so let's just click open in editor. Okay, this was one of the previous ones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just click, I'm going to drag the upscaled impressionistic painting. Okay, and you wait for it to load. By default, you're going to get some kind of pattern as soon as you upload an image. Basically, in a nutshell, on the left hand side here, you've got your image, and you've got this little bordered rectangle over here, which is effectively sampling the image, and it is giving you a pattern design based on what is within that that border over there. You can actually either have a fixed aspect ratio, or you can toggle it off and basically readjust the size of the sampled area. As you can see here, as soon as I obviously increase or decrease, the pattern is starting to change. Okay, so even in that respect, you can get a ton of different patterns, but it just doesn't stop over there. All right, so what we can do here is, if we click on tiling up over here, currently it's set to bloom. If I click on the drop down arrow here, I'm going to get a number of different potential pattern templates. So if I click on honeycomb, you can see that the design has already changed. If I go into pyramid, it's affected the design. You can play around with these seamless options so that it's going to affect your image, your source image, and give you a ton of different types of patterns. You can also click on seamed, but then obviously you're not going to have that nice seamless pattern. But then again, if you want to work with that for a particular reason, you can go ahead. I would recommend that if you're starting off with this platform, you go with seamless, because obviously when you start importing them onto your different products, having a seamless pattern is going to help you down the road exponentially. So you definitely want to stick to something like that. Let's go down here. You have a ton of different choices over here. You've got this one, High Five, Echo Tartan, if you like that little Scottish feel to it as well. Let's choose Persian Star over here, as you can see here. Now, what you can do is you can start moving your sample area to any part of the image. And as you can see here, the pattern is changing with every little move that I make of my mouse. Now, a little hack that you can do in order to expedite and really be precise is, rather than using your mouse pointer, use the cursor keys on your keyboard. So if I'm clicking on the left cursor key, you can see that I'm moving 1 pixel at a time. And as I move, the pattern is changing. So, if you're using the mouse and you see something you like, but maybe your hands are a bit jittery or you just really can't get it to where you want it, go to the spot which is closest to the pattern that you were looking for, that caught your eye, and then let go of the mouse and use your cursor keys and just move the cursor 1 click at a time, which is effectively 1 pixel at a time, until you get to that point where you are happy with that particular design. Okay, and you can just move around. Look at this. I mean, just moving it about a centimeter to the left on the thumbnail, I generated this beautiful floral Persian star pattern, as is the tiling option called. Okay, so again, you can create so many wonderful Christmassy type patterns, and again, you don't only need to use this for Christmas, you can use it at any time of the year for your all over prints, for those print-on-demand platforms that allow you to upload designs for wallpaper, for example, or throw blankets or cushions. I mean, the world is your oyster with this particular type of program. Now, once you are happy with the design, look at this. This is absolutely beautiful. What you want to do is you want to click on export at the top. So we're going to click on that. And then at the bottom here, you're going to click on export. You don't need to touch any of the presets on the screen. You do want to make sure that the save type is set to PNG. Once you're happy, you're just going to click on export, and Repr will download it to any location on your hard drive that you want. What I would also suggest that you do, which is really cool on Repr, is that it also offers a 3D model function. So at the top here, if you click on 3D, it's going to take that design that you just created and it's going to superimpose it on a mockup. As you can see here, this is what it would look like on a cushion. Now, you've got a number of options at the bottom over here. There are some just with the free version, and then some others obviously for the pro version, unless you want to take a screenshot when you have the particular mock-up, but that's totally up to you. But you can do that. So we have to click on Sports Sock. This is what it's going to look like, okay? And once you're happy with it, you can effectively download it or save it or take it as a screenshot and can use it for, your Etsy shop. You can use it on your social media to obviously promote your designs and drive traffic to your respective print-on-demand platforms. Guys, when I tell you how much time this particular program has saved me, and not only in terms of time saving, the amount of options that it has provided for me to upload to my respective print-on-demand shops, to give different options, irrespective of whether it's Christmas or Halloween or Easter or whatever other niche or holiday that happens throughout the course of the calendar year. Repr has really given me the opportunity to give some really amazing designs to my clientele, to my paying customers, without me really having to spend a ton of time creating. I mean, could you imagine if you had to create something like this on your own, like Photopea or Illustrator or whatnot? I highly doubt that it would take you, such a short time as is the case with Repr on any of those programs. And here, all we did was just basically upload our source files and just change the different patterns. You can even change the effects if you want to. Just at the top here, there's a number of different options over here. I'm not going to go into them, but you can just toggle them on and it'll show you what your design would look like if it's in black and white, for example, or duotone or seam border. There are a lot of options that can help you increase your artist profile for your print-on-demand platforms and really go to town in giving your paying clientele a wonderful experience when they come to visit your shop and hopefully purchase something for the Christmas season and thereafter that is really going to put a smile on their face. They're going to love the quality of the design, and if they love the quality of the design, there's a higher chance that they're going to come back to your shop in the future and buy something else. So I certainly hope that you enjoyed this particular tutorial. I hope that you found value in this platform and again in this tutorial. If you did, do me a favor, smash that like button. If you're new to this channel, please consider hitting the subscribe button and turning on the bell notification icon so that you'll be be informed each and every time that I upload a new video to my channel. Now, before we close off, I'm going to show you a number of images that I generated based on those prompts, the pattern that I generated, and how that particular pattern looked on one of these mockups that Repper obviously has to offer. So thanks again for watching. Enjoy the closing presentation. I'll see you in the next video.